Okay, good. Okay, so now we're going to translate the value of your offering. So the value of your offering is probably incredibly obvious to you, but most people have a hard time connecting the dots and figuring out how much something is worth or what it will be worth to their lives. So if you want to dramatically increase your conversions, figure out how to translate the value of what you're offering in terms that your prospective customer can understand and relate to directly. Focus on primal, emotional, and irrational motivators. Remember we talked about irrational motivators? Can somebody give me some, remember we talked about that the other day? What were some examples? Credentials for irrational motivators. I just actually want to write that down because that's so powerful. So irrational motivators. Paying for credentials.
And you said things like bragging rights, like beating the Johnsons, or
I didn't say that. Bragging rights and
social proof. Yeah.
social proof is one thing. Bragging rights, I didn't say bragging rights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So an irrational motivator, for example, is paying for a credential, thinking that, or a certification. Okay, so again, it's different than a license, all right? But paying for a certification and thinking that by getting that, that's going to automatically help you grow your business and get new customers. That's an irrational motivator, but lots of your customers will do that, okay? Lots, all right? So focus on these primal, emotional, and irrational motivators and create a formula that allows you to demonstrate your offering so that it's a no-brainer in terms of an investment versus reward. So the question to you, and this is it's okay if this is hard. We're just going to go right through it anyway. What is the currency or the coin of realm that your prospect is using to value their problem, desire, and solution? Okay, so just one example, and this is not, I'm not saying that everybody needs to try this, but one example is if you can't figure out what your program should be worth, you can look at what are other people charging and getting for their programs, a competitor, okay? So example, if you're going to be doing a weight loss cleanse, the top market cold pressed juice cleanses run over $300. Okay, so that's an example of one way to figure out how much you should charge for your cleanse. All right, I'm drinking the juices right now, and it's over $300 for like a 3-day cleanse. Okay, another way, you had an interesting one. So is the energy exchange example? Tell me again, how do you justify? You remember we removed the word justify. We're talking about it's an equal energy exchange to charge. Articulate that to me again. Yeah, you did.
Right. It was right for the library or something.
No, it was.
Ask for the energy with confidence and integrity. Experience a righteous exchange of energy and feel validated and have your value reflected with your abundance.
Okay, so for you, charging what you're worth, you call that an energy exchange. Mm-hmm. So hey, here's how we can value an energy exchange, and if we think money is energy, you know, this is just an energy exchange. That is an example of your currency to your people. That is your coin of the realm. Yeah. Energy exchange. Yeah. Does everybody understand that? Okay. Because it would be different for my folks, but everybody's going to be different. All right. So that's a perfect example of how do your clients value your services. Okay. For me, it's straight up dollars. It's real easy.
I still put a dollar sign with a number on it.
Good.
But it says energy exchange before that.
As you should.
Just to soften the blow.
As you should. No, I mean, and you shouldn't look at it as softening the blow. You should look at it as this is what they charge. You know, and so again, going back to the irrational motivator, think about the tuition for a university. Okay, and so their coin of realm is tuition. Tuition for a university. I went to the University of Colorado at Boulder. 4 years at University of Colorado at Boulder was like $125,000. Okay? And I still had to apply for it. And I had to fight to pay them 125 grand. Think about how cool that is, all right? And think about what a different way to look at it as they're applying to work with you. We're going to do more of this, getting them to qualify themselves when we do our simple sales system. But when you switch that frame of mind, that they got it. There's a million of them. There's only one of you. I only have 11 spaces.
Yeah.
You know,
Is
it's true. It's not,
said with great
and
passion.
it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not a technique. It's just it's true.
Is Marie Forleo using that with
I
her
don't know.
business school? Oh, you haven't heard.
Yeah,
So she calls it business school.
B school.
B school, exactly. And so it's kind of like you think I would technically pay so much more for an official.
That's like
school, but I
what-
can only whatever.
So Yvonne did the Business Academy.
Yeah.
Great
Perceived
great
value.
way to shift the perceived value.
Mhm.
Okay? So you write down, what is the currency from your customers? Is it tuition? Is it energy exchange? Is it dollars? Whatever it is. Okay? You write down, what is the currency or coin of the realm that your prospect is using to value their problem, desire, and the solution. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, how will your solution translate into either saved money or I said money, but we're talking about currency right now. So whatever your customer's currency is, how will your solution translate into saved currency or gained currency with a specific focus on the motivators that drive your prospect? Okay. One way to do this is to look at the cost of inaction. All right, so let me look at this a different way. So let's go back to the irrational motivator, paying for a college education. All right, so I had to fight and apply to have the right to pay $125,000, right? And my rationale for doing that is, oh, well, if I have a college education over the next 40 years of my life, I'll make an extra $5 million more than I would have if I didn't. Okay, so imagine, so that's like the cost of inaction. That's looking at the same thing from the other side, okay? That can be the cost of inaction. So one side is $5 million more if you do it versus $125,000. The other side of that is $5 million less if you don't do it. Does that make sense? Okay, so two sides to the coin. So this exercise can be tough, but we're still going to do it. All right, so let's take 5 minutes. All right, and I want you to write down what does your customers use as their currency? How do they describe their coin of the realm that they use to value their problem, desire, and your solution? Okay, so that's number one and number two. So I'm going to start the timer.
I got a huge aha. I'm still
Yay.
sitting in it. Yes.
Go. Share that energy
I'm
with
not sure
everybody
if I
else.
can put it into words.
Try it.
Okay, so we've created this my program, develop your psychic abilities with confidence, and I saw the aha of thinking, what is it worth to find your soulmate? So you put a value to that, which
Mhm.
could be 30,000 or more, finding your soulmate, working with them.
Absolutely.
In a year.
Absolutely.
So I can bring that in, to develop your psychic abilities to find your soulmate. So anyone I'm talking to, whatever it is in the avatar that they want as their desired outcome, I can plug into, this is why you should be in this awesome program with me, because we will work one-on-one with you for that outcome. And then, so I have the funnel. I can bring, I'm saying what is so obvious. And just going, oh, I get it.
Terrific.
So everybody can come into that funnel, and I can still work with that what they want, and have that in my back. That what a deal this is to be in this program, with the value being they call in their soulmate, which I've done before with people. I did it for myself.
Great.
And perfect.
So I want to say back what I heard, and that in the context that can be able to help you. So ignoring even the $30,000 for a moment of finding your soulmate. So in this context, that's the currency that some of your clients are going to be using. They think, finding my soulmate, I'll pay anything practically for that. And then when it comes around and you tell me that your program's only $700 a month, they're signed up. Okay, so that's an example of one of the currencies that your customers are going to want. And there's other things you can do as well. And we're going to do this specifically when we get in our next month, when we go into this simple sales system, and people will tell you at the beginning of your conversation with them what it is that they want, and you'll be able to turn around and show them how you can get it for them in your program. Okay, so that was awesome. Thank you for that, please. That was great. Okay, go ahead.
You inspired me. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, since we're in a very similar industry, I actually think it's the purpose with my tribe, the purpose. Because I know that because I put out every month a workshop with a different topic, and I know that the purpose one did really well. Purpose and abundance. These two
Good.
just knocked it out of the park.
Good.
So that is my current, the purpose is currency. And
Yep,
it
absolutely.
equals a six-figure income.
Fabulous.
That purpose, if you really live your purpose, you can actually make the six figures.
So the currency in this case is purpose, which translates into abundance.
Yes.
Awesome. I love it. Fantastic. Good stuff. Did anybody not get that?
I mean, yeah, we all got
Good.
I was all like,
Go ahead.
yeah. Just the bait and switch part I'm wondering about is I feel like I would find the relationship of your dreams that you'll have for the rest of your life. And yet in my case, that's falling in love with yourself. And that's happened to me now. I don't care what other relationships are going on.
Well,
I'll always have this.
Okay.
So if people will get in there and say, wait.
So let's remove this bait and switch, and
Yeah,
let's
I don't
take
want
out
it to be
this
like a bait and switch.
self-doubt. What is the value of loving yourself? Okay, so that is one example of currency that your customers value. Okay, one of them is loving yourself. People will put and it's okay if they can't figure out, oh, somebody's going to put 30,000 on that, somebody's going to put 3 million on that. Don't worry about that. They all value it.
And then from that, it connects them to everyone else and to everything else comes through that.
Again, so that is, and those are other currencies that people have. Okay, so when you're going to be describing the value of your program, you can talk about, here's loving yourself. My gosh, what is that worth? And it's going to be worth something different to every human that you talk to, but it's still valuable. Forgiving yourself no matter what, very valuable. Calling in the one, very valuable. Okay, calling in the one, soulmate. Okay.
So the point is when we say $150,000, then $700 a month is like, hey.
Well, the point is to come up with things that the results that your customers value.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so whether it's finding your soulmate, whether it's forgiving yourself forever, whether it's loving yourself, whatever it is, those things your customers value and they will pay for them. That is the point. Okay, so it's to help you figure out how to translate the value of what it is that you offer. Okay. Anybody else? Yvonne? No?
It's not a strong point for me.
Tell me what you got.
Well, I don't have any of that at all.
Well, you can use those things if you want, if it makes sense. Go ahead.
So I jumped to the loss, which is they will lose their initial and ongoing investments in their massage modality training by not having the clients to serve. And then another one is not being able to use all their training that they paid to learn, and then never earning the respect or status they desire and deserve.
Good.
Those are just, but
Very good.
But like all of these other things, I level issue. So all I thought we were just putting how they were going to pay us, and I just said they'll pay me dollars.
And that's okay also because as you're business building. But so let's talk for a second about the dollars are the easy one. Okay, so what did you say? You can triple what you charge, double or triple what you charge.
Double or triple what you earn.
Okay, but then now talk bullet point the other things that are valuable that are harder to put a dollar figure on, like the prestige. Okay, so the prestige of being a serious entrepreneur, being taken seriously by other people. That is incredibly valuable. Becoming a sought after speaker.
Well, sought after massage therapist.
Becoming a
One other thing over here was, your marketing message that you're not in a sea of massage therapists.
Becoming a sought after massage therapist. Being, having a calendar that's fully booked all the time. Without you ever having to make a sales call again. Okay? All those things are valuable to people. Okay? Go ahead.
Another one, the price they pay if they don't go with my program
Yeah.
is when you're really desperate, when you're struggling in your business, you accept just any client.
Oh, yeah.
And bad, the worst, the ugly, all of them.
Yep.
And it can really affect your business.
Absolutely.
Once it goes down, they drain you. You don't have the luxury to say, no, I don't think I'm the right person for you.
Have the confidence to fire unwanted clients.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it opens the door for all the good ones.
Because,
One
yeah.
no gives you 3 yeses. Really good
Mm-hmm.
ones. So,
Yes.
So is it too harsh for my tribe to say fire?
No. They're dying to fire somebody.
Sure.
They're scared to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Fire the energy vampires? Energy vampire clients?
See, that makes it fun.
That is super fun. Fire, that should be a subject line. Fire the energy vampires. That's a really good one. That's good.
The cost of inaction, spend the rest of your life in emotional pain and dissatisfaction with no idea how to shift.
Awesome. Totally awesome. Yes. Fantastic.
Lost dreams, regret,
Yeah, huge.
ill health, depression, and anxiety, not to mention paranoia.
Absolutely. Good.
Going
Okay.
down the rabbit hole. Well, that's what happens to old people.
Yes, I haven't.
Fantastic.